how do toxins affect your fertility? Like, why is that even a thing? It drives me batty, I have to tell you. Today, that's what we're going to talk about. I know it's sexy, but it's really important. I'm Denise Noyer-Erez, and I'm known as the Fertility Godmother, and I have been able to help over 1,000 babies come into this world due to the recipe that I use to help women like yourselves get them here. So today we're going to talk about toxins. Really sexy. Hi, I don't know how to Hankel. Hi, Hankel. Is that how you say it? Hankel maybe. Hi, welcome. Glad you're here. If you have any questions, please share them with me. I'm excited. Hi, Haley. Love seeing you here. So today we're going to talk about 3 things. So come and grab your tea and join me as we kind of dive into this really sexy topic about toxins and what they're doing to your body, what they're doing for your fertility, or maybe what they're not doing for your fertility. Hi, Jackie. Good to see you. So let's talk about, first of all, what are toxins doing to your body, and like why is that even happening? And so we're exposed to, I've read up to, I don't know if this is true. I read it today, and I didn't verify the source as I was preparing for the tea, but 700,000 chemicals a day. But even if that's true, even if it's like half of that or a small percentage of that, if that's true, the truth is I know we're exposed to hundreds, if not tens of thousands of chemicals every day, and they accumulate in our body. And then our body is made to detoxify regularly, right? We go to the bathroom, we sweat. Those are ways of getting rid of toxins naturally. And our body's made to do that. But you can imagine, as with anything, if you're constantly building up and stacking on a bunch of toxins or things anywhere in your body, things are gonna, like traffic jam. Think of a traffic jam, right? If everybody tries to merge onto that 101 freeway from the 405, there's always this huge traffic jam if you're from California, but you can imagine anywhere. And that's what happens in our body, right? Things start to slow down, things start to get a little sluggish, and those toxins, if you will, they need to go somewhere. So they have to find somewhere to be. They're floating through our body, and they like to be stored in fat, and they like to attach onto our reproductive organs. And there's things called, a lot of these toxins are called hormone disruptors, where they're actually, they actually stop the transmission, because our body wants to communicate with itself, right? Every cell is communicating. It's really intricate. It's amazing. With itself. And so if you're blocking that communication, your body can't function properly. So what these toxins also like to do is they like to attach to the ovaries, and they can affect ovarian function, and they can also affect implantation. So those are some things that it can do for your fertility. It can really impact the health of you getting pregnant. The other thing that it can do is when you do get pregnant, is it can affect the health of your baby. So, but right now we're talking about getting pregnant. But it's important that you know that, because there was a study that was done a couple of years ago. I think it was done in Canada, where they tested 300 chemicals from cord blood, and there was 274 of those chemicals were in the cord blood. So we want to try to get our body not only as healthy as possible for the health of our baby, and of course for ourselves, but also we want to get pregnant. So these things actually really impact the health of everybody, you and also your partner. So some of the toxins you may have heard of that we want to avoid are parabens. So parabens they're used as what do you call it? I'm blanking out on the term. I wrote it down because I always forget. Like when you want to make something last longer. I'm blanking out on the word. Sorry. So the parabens are they're used so that the product don't go bad, and they're in our lotions. They're in our body products that we put on. The other thing are phthalates. Phthalates are in also our lotions and our hair supplies, our laundry detergent. And there's so many things in our laundry detergent that we're putting it on our clothes and it gets absorbed into our skin. Our skin is our biggest organ. So we have to be really mindful when you're putting on lotions. And those things are called endocrine disruptors. So they actually can impact your body's communication system, which can impact you getting pregnant. The other thing is the BPAs, right? You probably have heard of, although I still see a lot of women, when I'm doing my calls up with them with their plastic bottle. And if you just eliminate that plastic bottle, you can eliminate a lot of toxins immediately. So it's really important to be mindful of your environment and what's happening in your environment, because what happens is if you're microwaving in plastic, or if you're using plastic wrap and you're using a hot food, those BPAs can get into your food and that can affect your endocrine system. The good news is if you just eliminate those from your environment as much as possible, it's going to be really hard to eliminate it completely. But if you eliminate it as much as possible, the BPAs are eliminated quickly, and usually they're eliminated through sweat and urine. So drink lots of water, but use either one of those stainless steel containers or use a glass container. The other thing is, I often ask the women that I work with, how much water are you drinking? And then what is the source of the water? How are you drinking it? Are you using a plastic container? Do you have one of those big hard plastic where you think you're getting really pure water, but really it's been in the hard plastic container that's been in the heat and you have no idea where it's been? That's something to consider. You're probably better off getting, if you can't get a water filtration system for your house, then you're probably better off getting even one of those Britas, where even though it's plastic, you have control over it. How, it's either going to be room temperature, it's going to be in the refrigerator, and you have control over how that plastic is being exposed, how your water is being exposed. So just a little food for thought there, if you will. The other thing that I think is really important is we don't often think about are our thoughts. Our thoughts can be toxic, and our thoughts can impact our physiology. And so it's really important, as Jim Rohn says, be the guard to your mind, right? You have to be the guard to the gate of what enters your mind. What are you watching? Who are you around? What are you thinking? And really start to be mindful and present and take charge of your thoughts, because those are really toxic and they can either serve you or they can cause more havoc on your body and the quality of your life. So those are some toxins that I wanted to share with you that we want to try to minimize, because it's really impossible to get rid of them all. And that's just the world we live in. So we want to do the best that we can. Oh, I lost my thingy. My hair is eating it. Thank God I only need one. So I hope you guys can still hear me. I hope it's the right one that fell. So those are some things that you want to avoid, you want to minimize. And the truth is, it's really impossible to avoid everything, all the toxins in the world that we live in. But you want to do the best you can, and you want to constantly do things that are eliminating those toxins. So the best way to get rid of toxins would be to sweat, right? To defecate, to urinate, and you can also detox. So ways that you can do that. Oh, thank you, Hinkle. I don't know how to say your name. I wish I did. Sorry. Thank you so much, but I'm talking to you. Sorry, distraction. So the best way is, so you want to have high fiber, because when you're eating high fiber attaches onto those chemicals and it helps eliminate them. So that's one way it's really important. And I don't know if you know this, but you should be eating 30 to 40 grams of fiber a day. And I bet you're only eating at least half of that. So that's a place where you can increase and help you with that. Oh, thank you. The other way is to sweat. So you can sweat through exercise, you can sweat through a sauna, you can take a hot bath, maybe even put some Epsom salt in the bath, which helps draw things out. That's a really great way to help pull toxins out. Making sure that you're eating organic, healthy foods. And just all these things, all these little things stack up, and they help you so that your body functions better, so that you can create a good environment for your body and for your baby, right? Which is so important. The other thing I want to share with you is a great jumpstart is my Prepare for Pregnancy Fertility Cleanse. And doing a cleanse is really helpful. In fact, whether you're trying to get pregnant or not, I usually recommend you do 2 cleanses a year, if not 3. But I usually 2 seems to be doable, about every 6 months to do a type of cleanse. When you do a cleanse, you want to be really mindful of what you're doing. So some of these juice cleanses, they're not good for you because there's no fiber in the juice, and it doesn't teach you how to make things sustainable so that you have an overall healthy lifestyle. So in my opinion, my humble opinion, when I work with women and couples, I like to recommend that you do my fertility cleanse, my Prepare for Pregnancy Fertility Cleanse, because it's really creating a lifestyle. And I think that that's really important, is to make something that's sustainable. So if that's something you want to know more about, you can click on the link in my bio, or you can DM me or call me, and I'm happy to share with you. And if it's something that you want to do, just be really careful about what you're doing, because it should be gentle and it should be educational and not one of those juice cleanses. But it's really important to do that as well. The thing is, when you're doing a cleanse, you cannot be trying to conceive. You have to take a break. And that's kind of where you get some emotional cleansing as well. So when you do a cleanse, it's not just a physical cleanse, it's also an emotional cleanse where you get to reset everything in your body. And it works really, really well. Sets a whole new foundation. And again, you're not going to be pulling out all the toxins in your body. That could be years, that can go on for years. So I don't want you to be misled by that and think that you're completely starting with a fresh slate, but you're creating a healthier foundation. You're really creating a reset for yourself. So there you have it. I think detoxing your body is really important, and trying to do those things, and it can get overwhelming. So you just want to take it step by step and really, just do one thing at a time. So maybe you're going to change your laundry detergent, finish up what you have, and then look for a natural product that you can use that's going to get the same results. Because that's part of the fear I used to have, is, are my clothes going to become clean if I'm not using all? I was using all clear, and I found out that it's only clear from dyes. It's not clear from chemicals and formaldehyde. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm putting formaldehyde on my clothes. I'm sleeping in those sheets. It totally freaked me out. So anyways, those are things that are hidden that I want you to just be mindful of, and start to take steps to change your environment, change what you're eating, change your thoughts. Be the manager of your thoughts. All right, here's to your health, happiness, and fertility. So good to see you. We will be here next week, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.